What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for I Don't Want to Love You Anymore by LANY. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button and let me know in the comments below what other songs by LANY that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play I Don't Want to Love You Anymore is that in order to get rid of some bar chords and keep this as beginner friendly as possible, we're going to capo up to 3rd fret. And if you don't have a capo, I'll have a link to get this capo for free right up here. The next thing you want to know to play I Don't Want to Love You Anymore is the 4 chords we need to play this song. The first one is D. The second one is D over F sharp. The third one is E, and the last one is A. And I'll have chord charts for all of those in the pinned comment below for beginners, for those of you who need them. And guys, the last thing we need to know before we dive all the way into this song is the structure of this song. We're going to start with a verse, then we're going to go to chorus, then verse again, then chorus again, then bridge, then chorus once more to end the song. With all that said, guys, let's dive into verse. So for verse, we're actually gonna have a little picking part that's gonna play throughout all of the verses of this song. It's really, really easy. Don't be intimidated by this at all. So I'm gonna tell you all the finger positions, but just a heads up, all of those finger positions are not relative to the capo. So whenever I tell you what number fret those are on, that means that it's pretending like the capo isn't there, just so we can kind of have a better reference of where we are. So our first shape is gonna be here on 7th fret of the D string and 5th fret of the G string. And we're going to pick those both at the same time. I'm going to finger pick them like that, just use my fingers to pick both at the same time, but you actually probably can just strum if you want to. I don't feel like I can be as accurate doing that, so I kind of prefer to do it that way and finger pick them, but it's totally up to you guys. So anyways, 7th on the D, 5th on the G, that's our first shape. Second shape is going to be 5th on the D string, 4th on the G string. Third shape is going to be that same kind of shape, but we're going to move it up to 9th and 10th fret, so 10th on the D, 9th on the G. And last shape is going to go up a string, so we're going to be on 8th fret of the A string and 7th fret of the D string. And those are our 4 shapes, guys. That is it. That's that little picking pattern. That's kind of that little tab thing. Picking pattern that's going to play on repeat through all the verses. So with all that said, guys, I'm going to walk through that picking progression really slowly a couple times so you can see exactly what it looks like, and I'm going to play through it a couple times full speed so you can match it up with the speed of the song. Slowly should look something like this. And a couple times through that verse picking progression, full speed should look about like this. And guys, that is going to bring us into chorus. For chorus, our chord progression is going to be D, E, A, D. And yes, I do realize that spells dead. That's a little funky and weird, but it is the chord progression, so what can I say? So what we're going to be doing there for strum pattern is going to be down, up, 4 times, palm muted, just playing the lower notes of the chord per chord. So I know that sounds weird and funky. It's a lot easier than it sounds, I promise. So basically for our D chord, for example, we're going to have that D chord, we're going to palm mute, and if you don't know what palm muting is, you get just kind of the soft part of your hand right here, and you kind of rest it softly on your strings close to the bridge of your guitar. And what that does is it just kind of gives you like a muted, a little bit more percussive sound to your strings. And all I mean by the low notes of that, whenever I say just play the low notes of each chord, is that you don't really have to play the whole chord. You kind of just want to get maybe the top 3 notes. It's not really a strict thing, but I just think it sounds a little bit better because we're actually kind of trying to mimic more like the bass tone and the keyboard tone. There's really not a lot of actual guitar in this, so we're kind of trying to mimic that keyboard and bass sound, and that really just kind of drives, just kind of playing those lower notes kind of drives that home and matches up a little bit better. So guys, a couple times through that chorus chord progression with that strum pattern should look something like this. And guys, the last thing we need to know to play I Don't Want to Love You Anymore is the bridge. For the bridge, this is where that D over F sharp comes in, and for the beginners out there, you might be a little bit intimidated by that chord because it sounds harder than it is. Now, when I play this chord, what I like to do is play a D shape, just a regular D shape, and then I've got really big hands, so I like to throw my thumb over there and hit that 2nd fret low E with my thumb. That's your F sharp note. And it gives you just that low F sharp note there. If you can't quite stretch that, you can do your D chord with these fingers down here and then put your pointer finger on 2nd fret of the low E string. And it'll give you the same exact thing. But if you got big hands like me, try using your thumb. It's kind of a cool technique that I like to throw in there whenever I can. So all that said, our chord progression for the bridge is going to be D over F sharp, E, A, and D. We're just going to repeat that with single down strums for each chord the whole way through. We're just going to repeat that whole thing, that bridge, that chord progression several times, single down strums with each one. So a couple times all the way through that should look about like this. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play I Don't Want to Love You Anymore on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 550 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there cannot be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see a short daily preview of what song I'm teaching before I actually teach it, you can hit up my Instagram at @thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below. Guys, I dig this song. I really dig LANY's style. I don't know, it's like just such like a cool, chill vibe. It kind of sounds 80s a little bit, and I really like that. And this one is a really great guitar song because it's got that cool little picking thing that's going on in the beginning, and it's also got some really basic beginner-friendly chords in there as well. And I like that combination, especially for beginners, because this isn't necessarily a super easy song, but it's a great one for beginners to just stretch just a little bit beyond their skill level, learn a new chord, that D over F sharp, which you might not already know, and work on some basic little finger picking techniques. It's just a really good beginner guitar song. So I hope you guys have as much fun playing this song as I did. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all soon.